Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahawah, BASHIM, YAHAWASHI, BASHIM, Makakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. And I'm not sure what I'm gonna title this lesson through the Spirit, but knowing we have to be more subtle, meaning more like indirect. Alright, regarding the titles of our videos, because this devil's butthurt and upset that he's being exposed, so he's trying to cut brothers off, of their work and stuff. Really trying to upset prophecy and close the mouth of the Most High, which obviously is not going to happen. But nonetheless, just getting into this lesson, basically on the pride of these nations. Chiefly Esau, Edom, the character you see in the center. All right, thinking he's superior than you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And these other heathen nations also joining in on this and with this man. In his pride. But not understanding and knowing that the Most High has done these things because it is prophecy that he would do so. These Esau, chiefly Esau, he thinks he's better than you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, and also the other heathen nations, Ham, Moab, Ammon, Elam, and you name it. All these other heathen nations think they are better than you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because you have been captured. Chiefly speaking on Esau, he has things to justify why he's better than you. All right, like he has Calvinism, manifest destiny, Darwinism, and that whole philosophy of survival of the fittest. These other heathen nations look at you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans as nothing, when it's really not supposed to be that way. All right, it's the opposite. They are regarded as nothing. But that's why Ezra cried about, if the world be made for our sakes, why are them that are counted as spittle ruling over us? And it's because of our rebellion. We have rebelled against the Most High. All right, and again, this picture is extremely spiritual. As you can see, the devil in the center, and then his two butt buddies on his left and right shoulder, Ham and Moab. And then you see on top is Gad and Judah. All right, and then really speaking of the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, all right, being on top. Why? Because the elder shall serve the younger. All right, and it's natural order, and really the order of the Most High, that we are above these other nations. All right, and these devils know that, but that goes into Psalms 2. Why did the heathen rage? Why are you so upset? That it's coming to pass that you other nations are not above you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Why? Because we are the Most High's chosen people, and you are just being used for a purpose, and you have a set appointed time of your rulership, and then you're going to be right back in your proper state, which is being under subjection. And speaking on Esau, Edom, you being just destroyed completely, so that you don't rise up again. All right, again, this is biblical prophecy. All right, Jeremiah 15:33. The children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. All right, and our oppressors, they held us fast and refused to let us go. That's why we're still here in these lands. All right, wherever else we've been scattered, again, because that's the curse the Most High has put upon us because of our disobedience. All right, and we know that. Now we come into remembrance and we understand that. But these other heathen nations, they don't understand that. Okay, that's why pride has deceived them. All right, but nonetheless, let me just get started on this lesson. I'm gonna start in Deuteronomy chapter 28, which after the 14th verse goes into the curses if we disobey the Most High and observe and do not His commandments and the statutes which He has commanded us to do. All right, we said these curses will cleave onto us. All right, which is what has happened to us. Okay, but this is going into a few of the curses. All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, start at verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord Yahweh shall send against thee. All right, the Most High send against us. All right, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. We have to go to our enemies for food, for water, and for clothes, and for everything. For a home, for a job. We have to go to these devils. Yeah, that's why Moab has, he sells you rat, and Esau, he sells you a false dream. All right, the Most High has done this unto us. Why? Because we have disobeyed him. All right, but continuing, and in all want of things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. All right, we did this at camp. Go Google search yoke of iron, and what's gonna pop up? All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans being put in subjection or being put in slavery. All right, and him selling us as bondmen and bondwomen. All right, slaves. All right, until what? And his intent was to destroy us. All right, but the Most High always has mercy on his people and leaves a remnant. But Esau, these other nations cannot get rid of us. They come together. What, Psalms 83? They made a tumult, uproar. Again, going into that why did the heathen rage? And they became confederate against thee, meaning they come together, by a covenant, pretty much a promise to destroy you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But who has put that thought in their mind to do so? The Most High. But they don't understand that. But they will very, very soon if they don't already. All right, continuing, this is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 49. The Lord Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth. From the end of the earth, okay? Where is that? From the Western Hemisphere. All right, this Western world, land which no man has dwelt before. All right, Azarith. Okay, but continuing, as swift as the eagle flieth. All right, and that's spiritual because that is the symbol of who? Esau, Edom. He exalts himself as the eagle, the highest flying bird. All right, he thinks he's so superior to you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and he boasts pridefully. He don't care about the things concerning oppression. Because he just says he's better than you. These other heathen nations, they're in agreement. Why? Because they're in covenant with this man. And that's why it says that in First Maccabees 2 and 10. All right, what nation hasn't had a hand in our destruction? Roughly paraphrasing. All these nations have done these things unto us because they allow this man, and they're in agreement with this man, the things that have happened unto us, and nobody's trying to restore us and put us back into our proper estate. Why? Because that would mean that we will be above you, all you other nations. And that's our God-given right. So that's why the Most High is about to set us in order. All right, before all you people's eyes. All right, that's what Psalms 50 and 21. All right, these things they done unto us, and the Most High, so to say, kept silent. Why? Because he has, he turned away for a little bit of time. Why? Because we turned away from him first. All right, but the thing is, these heathen think that the Most High is on their side. Like it says, thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself, but I will reprove thee. All right, meaning I will basically I will correct you. All right, you're wrong. The Most High is with his people, always have been with his people. The Most High does not change. He has not given his glory unto none other than his people, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, or Israelites. All right, sons of the power, down from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, then down to the 12 patriarchs, being the 12 tribes of Israel. Yasharallah, he Prince Power. We are heirs of the Most High. This is our heritage. This is our inheritance. This is the portion of the Most High's chosen. All right, which is, again, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, not these wild dogs, these other, the foul heathen nations. Okay, this is for our punishment. All right, but continuing, Deuteronomy 28, finish up 49. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Okay, that they speak English, they speak Spanish, they speak French, Portuguese. We speak the Hebrew, the Paleo Hebrew, not the Aramaic, modern Hebrew. All right, our holy tongue, the Lashwan Kadash, has been taken away from us. That's why when this devil came, Christopher, whatever you want to call him, the devil, Christopher Columbus, what his true name, Christopher, whatever, I don't know how to pronounce it, but he brought Hebrew interpreters. Why? Because he didn't speak the language of you so-called Native Americans. Okay, again, that goes into the curses. This is prophecy. Okay, moving on, this is verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor shew favor to the young. He didn't care. All right, you read devastation of the Indies. All right, he flung babies as far as the eye could see. And it was a game unto them. They burned houses with pregnant women in them. And we sort of say did nothing wrong. All right, but we did do something wrong. But to this man, we did no harm. We did nothing to this man. Okay. He went far beyond his measure. All right, his protocol. All right, he was sent onto us for punishment, not for us to be destroyed. Okay, he did stuff that which he does to this day, which he still hasn't paid for. All right, and that's what's getting ready to happen, that recompense. But staying on the point of this lesson, this is continuing. This is verse 51. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed. Okay, yeah, just speaking of his first really just talking about this nation we stand on now. All right, which is taken by blood, all right, deceit, rape, robbery, and murder, all right, being so-called America. All right, they took in the fruit of this land. All right, and we build the house that we built this nation. Speaking of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, but we don't basically we don't get a portion of this. We're not accumulating wealth. We don't have generations of wealth. And we work the hardest. This man hasn't done nothing. But again, that goes into the curses. We shall build a something to that extent. We shall have build a house, and we shall not be able to dwell therein. Something to that extent. All right, that's here in the curses also. The fruit of thy land and all the labors shall a nation which thou knowest eat up. I guess that's one of the curse I just read. This is biblical prophecy that these things will happen. Not because this man is just better than us. All right, and I'm going to get into that specifically, but continuing, verse 51, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the essence of thy kine, or flocks, or of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee. All right, again, this is the curse that the Most High has put upon us because, we have disobeyed him. All right, but again, we understand this. All right, we bear the indignation of the Most High because we have sinned against him. All right, but this man, he's out of control. All right, but going into the point that we understand this is a prayer of Azariah, chapter 1, or the song of the three holy children, and this being prayer of Azariah. This is chapter 1 and verse 6. For we have sinned and committed iniquity, departing from thee. In all things have we trespassed and not obeyed thy commandments, nor kept them, neither done as thou hast commanded us, that it might go well with us. Wherefore all that thou hast brought upon us, and everything thou hast done to us, thou hast done in true judgment. Exactly, because we deserve this. All right, but not as far as the measure this devil has went. Okay, we deserve, but either way, we still deserve everything the Most High has done unto us, because the Most High is just. His judgment is always righteous. All right, and that's why he's going to redeem us and get rid of this devil for us, because that's the balance. All right, but continuing, this is verse 9. And thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of the Most High, and to an unjust king, and to the most wicked in all the world. All right, this is talking about Esau, Edom. All right, because he is the most wickedest man ever to walk this earth. All right, the devil the Bible speaks of. Hateful works, hateful forsakers of the Most High. They say in the heart there is no God. Okay, they make all type of signs, so-called, just to justify that there is no God, when there obviously is. All their work does is shows even more proof that the Most High exists. All their theories and philosophy has made the world drunk and mad. But this dude is an idiot. Okay, and again, this is prophecy that you rule over us. I remember in camp a couple weeks ago, this Edomite walking past. He was saying, oh, we're just superior than you. All right, but you're gonna come to find out that is not so, my man. Okay, so this is Deuteronomy chapter 32 and start at verse 26. Yeah, if I can get it. This is Deuteronomy 22 and verse 26. I said I would scatter them into corners. I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. All right, the Most High said he would do that. Not you devils. Not like you have done in Psalm the 83rd chapter. You coming together and trying to cut us off. No, the Most High said he was going to do this. Not you. So is it a coincidence that, you done these things that the Most High said he would do? Of course not. Because he made you do it. Okay? This is his purpose and his intention was for this to happen unto us. But you don't understand that. This is verse 27. Were it not that I feared the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, and lest they should say, our hand is high, and the Lord Yahweh hath not done all this. Okay, that's the pride of this devil. All right, Esau, Edom. All right, saying the Most High didn't do this, I did this. Or thinking that the Most High is on his side. Okay, behaving strangely. That's what are you talking about? This dude is ridiculous. This is verse 28. For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. Exactly. They don't understand that the Most High is the one that is pondering the hearts. Man's steps is numbered. All right, numbered by who? Numbered by the Most High. Nobody can resist the will of the Most High. And again, they don't understand that, because if they did, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing. Okay. This is verse 29. Oh, that they were wise, that they understood this. I'll read again. Deuteronomy 32 and 29. Oh, that they were wise, that they understood this, that they would consider their latter end. Exactly. If they knew the will of the Most High, they would consider the latter end of what they're doing, because their latter end is utter destruction. This whole New World Order thing that they really think they're about to, fulfill, it's not going to happen. And if they knew that, they wouldn't have started from the beginning. But they don't have any understanding. And again, because, it's just biblical prophecy that the Most High would have an unrighteous and ungodly nation such as Esau, Edom. All right, the border of wickedness. Okay, so this is verse 30. All right, this is a heavy point. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 30. How should one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight, except their rock had sold them and the Lord Yahweh had shut them up? Okay, exactly. The Most High has done this. Right, because how would it not happened? How would it have happened if the Most High didn't? If it wasn't that the Most High left us. Okay, but us leaving the Most High first. All right, and him delivering us onto you, Esau, Edom. and you other heathen nations. Okay, our rock being YAHAWASHI. The Most High done this. Or how can a man? Yeah, how can a man do that? Really conquer the Gadites, conquer the Holy Land, except the Most High has allowed it to happen. All right, Baruch 4 and 6. All right, the Most High showed us why, because we brought wrath upon him. We kindled a fire in the Most High's anger. All right, by being disobedient. So the Most High delivered us onto our enemies. Okay, this is verse 31. For their rock is not our rock. Okay, you other heathen nations, your rock is not the Most High. Our rock is the Most High, and you fall under us. Okay, but again, the Most High has done this onto us for our punishment. Even our enemies themselves being judges. Exactly. Okay, the Most High has done this. Okay, so this is showing why the Most High is mad at these other heathen nations. Okay, because the Most High was just a little bit mad at us. All right, and he says that I'm gonna get it. All right. This is Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. And these other heathen nations that are at ease. Why? Because they're fat. All right, they're rich. Continuing, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. All right, the Most High was just a little bit mad at us. Okay, but they went far and beyond. Like it was personal. Okay, because it is personal, going back to Jacob and Esau. Okay, but again, they didn't consider the latter end. All right, so to get that, and then I'm gonna close this out. This is Isaiah 47, which is a beautiful chapter. It's Isaiah 47, and I'm start at verse 6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance. All right, because we are the Most High's inheritance. Okay, and given them into into thine hand. Most High has delivered us onto you, meaning given us onto you. He didn't do nothing. Okay, continuing. Thou didst shew them no mercy. You didn't show us no mercy. All right, Isaiah 14. He smote the people in wrath with the continual stroke. All right, you showed no mercy, so that's why no mercy is going to be shown to you. All right, you're going to have a taste of your own medicine. All right, continuing. Upon the ancient hast thou verily heavily laid thy yoke. Again, that going back to the scriptures back itself up. Okay, the curse in Deuteronomy 28 that I just brought out. Okay, that yoke that this devil has put on us. Okay, and now in this time is it's like a spiritual yoke, and even this man is not spiritual, but we have been so cast down and destroyed that our people don't even remember or realize that we're still in captivity. Okay, this is verse 7, Isaiah 47 and 7. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. So thou didst not lay those things to thy heart. So you didn't take it to heart, that the things that you have done, because to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, he didn't lay it to heart. He don't care. There's no remorse. People walk by and they'll say, get over it, stop complaining, or they'll say, I didn't do that. All right, but you're living off the inheritance of your forefathers, which is blood money. And you don't think you're going to have to pay for that? That's what goes into Ecclesiastes 8th chapter. Because sentence against an evil work isn't executed speedily. Basically, they set their heart to do evil. But, their end is going to, they didn't consider the latter end. All right. The Most High kept silence, only, again, because, it was a time for us to be punished. All right. But the Most High has always defended us. And that's why we're still here. Okay. You're so great and mighty. How come you couldn't get rid of us? And us flourishing in numbers still, even in our lowest state. All right. But finishing off, neither this is finishing off verse Isaiah 47:7. Neither didst, I'll read again, Isaiah 47:7. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, meaning talking about so-called America. I shall be a kingdom forever. All right, the pride of this country. All right, the quote-unquote greatest nation on the earth, thinking that their house shall continue forever. Not remembering. I'm gonna just read it. So thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, the rape, rob, and murder you have done to stand on the land that you're standing on. How much blood, and torment you have caused on the earth for you to be where you are. Okay. Continuing. Neither didst remember the latter end of it. All right, again, the scriptures back itself up. All right, just read that in Deuteronomy 32nd chapter. They didn't consider the latter end of it. Okay, because the blood defiled the land, and the land can only be cleansed by the blood of him that shed it. All right, he that leadeth to captivity shall go to captivity. All right, the Most High is not mocked. Galatians 6:7. Whatever you sow, you shall reap. Okay, and this nation is which you grown to love, and even our own people. The Most High haven't forgot the things they have done unto us. All right, and our the iniquity or our punishment has been fulfilled. All right, we're almost out of here. Our punishment is almost done. So what is going to happen to you once our punishment is over, officially over, with the return of our Lord YAHAWASHI? It's not going to end well with you. All right, I'm just going to leave it plain like that. All right, you can see slowly, all right, this man is slipping away, he's falling away. And that's why he's going to come down having great wrath, because he knows he has but a short time. He knows he's not the chosen people, and the gig is up, and he knows this. All right, so bye Esau, Edom, and you other heathen nations, get ready for a perpetual hardcore bondage. All right, but Lord's willing, is edifying, and as always, I'm going to give all praises to Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole elect of Israel. Shalom.